The collective is about bringing a collection of artists together to figure out how we can sustain ourselves, and not just be sustainable, but thrive in our city, not feel like we have to move to New York or LA in order to have a career that we want. Really come together and start to build these networks the same way you see these business accelerators or you see these business networks where people are helping each other. They might not work for the same organizations or do the same things, but just by having those networks and those partnerships, they have the ability to see all the boats rise. I want to create the same thing for artists in our city. The mission of the collective is to create a 2-year artist accelerator that allows artists to have a 2-year stopgap and gives them the ability to rethink about their business model being artists. A lot of times we spend so much of our time doing the gigs, being out performing, that we don't get enough time to actually think about how are we going to construct a business model around our creativity. So I think the biggest challenges the collective is facing is that it's not a business accelerator. It's an accelerator that specifically centers artists, their process, and their creative thinking as generating revenue. And a lot of times I think people get mixed up in understanding that artists themselves are entrepreneurs, but what we don't need is kind of people from the outside in the business world saying, this is how you do accounting. When we need to do accounting the way that makes sense to us, custom to our artistic process and how we like to do things. My hope is that we build these cohorts of people that get to know each other, who all understand that at the core they are creative people, they are problem solvers, they are innovators, and that they can build businesses around that, and then they can support each other. And we start to build networks upon networks upon networks of people in Akron making a difference for one another and making the difference for the larger general population, because we have more creativity here, the creative economy is booming, and we all stay here, which I think is really important to me. What I love about the city of Akron is that we're small enough where, you're not gonna know everybody, but you know a lot of people, and people are friendly, and people just wanna help each other, and we wanna innovate together. And if you choose to be a part of the community actively, you'll never feel alone, you'll never walk alone. And I think there's something really important about the holistic nature of your career as an artist, and understanding that you're a person inside of a bigger community of people. And you're not just this artist who's trying to have a relationship with a funder, an artist with a partner, an artist with a collaborator. You're a person in Akron with other people in Akron, and we all care about this city. So we're all trying to use our different strengths and kind of build up our weaknesses to do that. Being here in Akron has afforded me the ability to accomplish things as an artist that I'm not sure I would have anywhere else. If the collective is successful, we're just gonna see a lot more artists in more parts of Akron. So you won't just see us in the art sector anymore. You'll see us showing up at the meetings that the big businesses in town are going to. You'll see us in the health sector. You'll see us in the culture and food sector. You'll just see us in more places. I think right now artists have a tendency to kind of like stay inside of our sector and just be and feel comfortable. But if the collective is really successful, we won't have to just stay here. This will be home base, but we'll be able to go many different places around the city professionally, and that will become the norm.